Hello. The poem I'm about to recite to you was mostly written by the Revd Frank Topping, an excellent Methodist minister with superb communication skills, quite well known on the radio. Some of it was written by me, and dear Brother Frank kindly gave me permission to recite it. Now, it is a poem which it carries with it a salutary lesson for people who think that they're too small or too weak to be significant. Now, God has got a part for us in his mission, and if you think you're too small to be significant, well, obviously you've never spent a night in a room with a mosquito. Anyway, this is a poem called The Day I Went to See Jesse. You have to imagine that the Old Testament prophet Samuel might perhaps have been born somewhere north of Birmingham. Anyway, here it goes. The day I went to see Jesse, I didn't know what to do. The Lord said, he'll fall. I said, who? He said, Saul. I said, well, there's the thing. If Saul's to fall, you'll have to call another to be king. He says, aye, and that's why I want you to go and see Jesse. I said, do you want Jesse for king? He said, no, you daft thing, you know he's far too old. No, I've no more to say, so get on your way, I wish you'd do as you're told. So I went on my way for a night and a day, till I reached the house of Jesse, and I took a quick look, and there with his crook was a gnarled and grizzly shepherd. I said, are you Jesse? He said, yes, he was Jesse. I guess he was shocked that I knew. I said, I must get this right, are you the Bethlehemite? He says, aye, but what's that to you? I said, have you got a son? He says, I've 8, not just one. There's Eliab, Abinadab and Shammah. I said, hey, hold on, that's enough to go on. And we talked in the following manner. I said, now, one of your sons I've got to anoint, and in due time the Lord will appoint him ruler and king over all. He said, rule over all? But what about Saul? He's bound to be a bit put out. I said, now don't be a fool. If the Lord says he'll roll, then he'll roll. And arguing changes nought. Well, Eliab stepped up. Oh, a bonny lad, he were nearly 6'3". And at first sight he looked all right. So I said, he'll do me. Then a voice in my ear said, not likely, no fear. Remember, there's more to see. And Sam, for a start, look into their heart, 'cause that's what's got to please me. Well, one after another came brother and brother, but the Lord kept whispering, no. And so it went on till all were gone and there weren't any more to go. I said, Lord, are you bored? He said, no. I said, oh, where do we go from here? He said, see the last brother. I said, brother, another. He says, aye, you're getting near. Well, that last young lad, he were quite a surprise. He had ruddy cheeks and sparkling eyes. His skin were fair, his manners mild. He were hardly a man, he were naught but a child. But that were the one, the very last son, the one who would one day be king. But you'd never have known he were meant for a throne, as he played with a stone and sling. I suppose the Almighty does know what he's up to. But you mark my words, one of these days that young lad David, he'll do someone a terrible mischief with that sling of his.